A staggering statistic. Every year, over 300,000 women will die during childbirth. The risk of dying during childbirth is greatest in developing countries. The majority of women who will die will be in the world's poorest countries. The single largest contributing factor to these maternal deaths is excessive blood loss after childbirth, postpartum hemorrhage. The World Health Organization recommends that every woman at every childbirth has access to oxytocin to reduce the risk of postpartum hemorrhage. Oxytocin is the gold standard therapy for both the prevention and treatment of postpartum hemorrhage. A single dose costs as little as 20 cents. A study was published that said if we achieved universal access of oxytocin, that over a 10-year period, 41 million cases of postpartum hemorrhage could be prevented and 1.4 million lives saved. What is the barrier to achieving universal access to oxytocin? The reality is, in the world's poorest countries, that many women will give birth outside of the healthcare system, often at home and sometimes alone. In addition to that, the injectable form of oxytocin requires storage in the cold chain. It needs to be refrigerated. And that's also something that can be difficult to achieve in developing countries. Our team at Monash University have developed a new drug delivery system that can overcome these barriers. A spray-dried formulation of oxytocin that can be inhaled by the patient rather than injected and is heat stable and doesn't require storage in the cold chain. This innovation has been recognised as being potentially transformational in maternal and child healthcare. The impact of inhaled oxytocin will be that when every woman, regardless of geography, has access to oxytocin during childbirth. The impact will be when, for every life saved from a postpartum hemorrhage, 20 other women are spared from a severe disability that otherwise would have been caused from postpartum hemorrhage. The impact will be when families don't have to absorb the catastrophic costs of healthcare that drive them further into poverty. So in summary, inhaled oxytocin will contribute to mothers surviving, their children thriving, and their families and communities prospering. Thank you.